What's up, Comic Book Nation? You know what time it is. BD here with your top 5 stories from the past 24 hours. Today, we are talking about box office, past, present, and future, the continuation of the Harry Potter universe, and of course, The Walking Dead. Less than 10 days until we know who Negan killed. All that and more in Comic Book Now. First up, the Doctor Strange box office predictions are, well, a little strange. Despite fantastic footage being shown in a 15-minute IMAX preview earlier this week, people are yet to rally behind the November film, apparently. At the moment, the Cumberbatch-led movie is tracking for numbers as small as Ant-Man, between 55 and 75 million. Ant-Man hauled in about 60 million in its opening weekend, which in the grand scheme is a great opening weekend for any movie, but by the Marvel standards is definitely below average. I'm predicting about 85 million to 90 million for Doctor Strange's opening weekend numbers, more on par with Thor: The Dark Worlds, which was a sequel, of course, but I think the Marvel Universe has established it, and the visuals will definitely help launch this movie's opening weekend. Sticking with the box office, Suicide Squad has now officially outperformed Deadpool internationally, and Deadpool is not easily outperformed, ask him. The film outdid the Merc with a Mouth by just $100,000 as of yesterday, with $419.6 million. Deadpool, of course, crushed opening weekend numbers and received much more tolerable reviews from fans and critics than Suicide Squad. Plus, Deadpool is already guaranteed a sequel while the future of the squad is still unknown. I'm ready for the Deadshot movie, though. Harry Potter fans were shouting out Expecto Patrono all day yesterday after big news. 5 Fantastic Beasts movies were announced as part of the Harry Potter universe, and that whole thing is going to continue on the big screen. And we all gushed at the possibility, not really possibility, but at least thought of Radcliffe possibly appearing in at least one of those movies. In any case, J.K. Rowling will write each one of Newt Scamander's adventures. She is currently finishing up touches on the second film script. I am Groot. Those words mean a lot to you and me and even more to Rocket Raccoon, but soon they'll even mean a whole lot more to a whole lot more people. Vin Diesel revealed on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon last night that James Gunn wants Groot's iconic verbiage to be read in 16 languages for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 16! For the first installment, Diesel performed each line in just 6 languages. And finally, the last topic before we get to your questions and conversations is, you guessed it, The Walking Dead. Less than 10 days from Negan's kill being revealed, Andrew Lincoln is teasing a deeper and darker season than ever before. We've heard that all before. But the titles and synopsis for the second and third episodes have reportedly been revealed. Episode 702 will be called The Well, and its synopsis reads, for a number of familiar faces, a new well-established community seems too good to be true. And episode 703 will be called The Cell, with a synopsis reading, a new group of survivors seems to have it all in their impressive community. However, there is a price. I can tell you this much, episode 3 is the original plan for the Kingdom, Ezekiel and his tiger Shiva's introduction. We'll see if that Greg Nicotero directed hour got bumped up a week, or if these titles are a little bit inaccurate. Anything's possible with this show. Now, we're going to take a look at your questions and discuss whatever it is that's on your mind, what you want to talk about. Let us know in the comments section below. We'll get to it. But first, I'm happy to announce our winner of this week's Major Issues giveaway. Joseph Godby, you will be taking home a copy of X Factor number 6, the first appearance of Apocalypse. Congratulations, bro! Next week's Major Issues will follow a Walking Dead theme, and you can win a copy of the very first appearance of Negan from issue number 100. All you have to do is find each episode of Major Issues on Comicbook.com and sign up for free for a chance to win. All that and more on Comicbook.com. The Major Issues episodes start rolling out on Tuesday. We're very excited about it, and we are doing that to lead up to the Walking Dead premiere. Let's see what the comment section is looking like. What do we want to talk about today? Power Rangers trailer. What are my thoughts? I thought it looked awesome. I'll tell you this. I didn't grow up a Power Rangers fan. I'm still not that big of a Power Rangers fan, but that trailer got me super hyped. I actually got to watch it. I didn't watch it on Saturday morning. I waited until I saw it in Madison Square Garden in New York Comic Con with like 5,000 super excited fans, because that makes everything better. And I thought the trailer was fantastic. I've since watched it again by myself, and I thought it was really good. And the cast, I was backstage with the cast, and they looked like they were having a lot of fun. So I think that movie's going to be good. I think Rita Repulsa looks badass. We haven't even seen Bryan Cranston in the movie yet. Is the Ben Affleck solo Batman movie happening, says Jayanth Chaparala. I'll tell you this. Yes, it is happening. Ben Affleck is directing it. He's executive producing it. He's writing it with Jeff Johns, and he's playing Batman. And just yesterday, DC announced 2 untitled event films, which a lot of people are thinking maybe it's Batman and Man of Steel 2. And, of course, we know the title of Batman is just The Batman, and Deathstroke is the villain. So, yes, absolutely, it's happening. When? We don't know yet. What was my favorite experience at this year's New York Comic Con? I'd have to say the Walking Dead panel just was fantastic. I mean, we got to talk to Matt Damon. That was really cool. That interview is up on ComicBook.com. You can check out our YouTube channel or just type in Matt Damon, ComicBook.com. It'll probably come up. He was there for the Great Wall. And I got to say, that movie looks fantastic, by the way. But I think the best moments of New York Comic Con was the Walking Dead panel, because they brought, I mean, I think like a dozen cast members, probably more, onto the Madison Square Garden stage. And Nicotero, Kirkman, the executive, Scott Gimple was all there. And then they rolled out the first footage in the aftermath of Negan's kill. Obviously not showing who Negan killed, but they showed that Rick survived, which is the least surprising reveal. But just watching that with 5,000 avid Walking Dead fans was really cool. I mean, people were like screaming in terror when Negan was ripping Rick back to the RV. I thought that was really cool. Nick Cage, my thoughts. Glad he was never Superman. Power Rangers and Justice League thoughts. Well, we just discussed Power Rangers. Justice League, I think, is going to be fantastic. The set of that movie looked like that cast was having an absolute blast. Ezra Miller and Ray Fisher look like they're going to steal the show. More specifically, Ezra Miller as the Flash. I know everybody's like, Grant Gustin, Flash. Well, why aren't you guys watching The Flash Season 3 anymore? Those ratings are down. Stop crying about it unless you're going to watch his show. Ezra Miller looks like he's doing a great job as Barry Allen. They showed us a full clip of him meeting Bruce Wayne for the first time. They showed us his suits and all this stuff of them filming a scene on top of the Gotham City Police Department, which was super cool. And between takes, Ezra and Ray Fisher looked like they were having a great time. I think Ezra Miller is going to be the best part of Justice League. One more question. Let's see what we got. How many end credit scenes will Doctor Strange have? That's where we'll end it. I would assume Doctor Strange will have 2 end credit scenes. One, I think, is going to be a tease of Infinity War or Thor Ragnarok, which will largely set up Infinity War. And I think the other one is going to have to be Spider-Man Homecoming, because we might not get a Spider-Man Homecoming trailer before Doctor Strange, because we absolutely have to get a Guardians trailer before Doctor Strange. Those 2 movies come out 2 months apart. So something has to tease Spider-Man Homecoming. Civil War already did it, but your possibilities there are Infinity War, Guardians Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming. Could there be a Black Panther tease, maybe Captain Marvel? You know, anything's possible. They do like to throw us for a loop. So there have been some really unexpected post-credit scenes in some of the Marvel movies, but we'll absolutely get 2. I can't imagine they would skimp us and just do 1. Don't do it, Kevin Feige. I'm talking to you. That's all we got time for today, though, guys. Everybody, I hope you have a great weekend, and thank you so much for being a part of the show today and every day, Comic Book Nation. Make sure you're following ComicBook.com across all of social media, at ComicBook on Twitter and at ComicBook Now on Instagram. I'll see you later. I'm Brandon Davis.